Hi, welcome to Board Geek Gal. I'm Carly and today I'm excited to share with you an exclusive early look at Ishtar, the Gardens of Babylon, designed by Bruno Cathala and published by IELLO. Full disclosure, the copy that I've been lucky enough to be playing is a prototype and some of the artwork may not be finalised or complete. So where possible I will show you images that have been provided by the publisher for the final version. Ishtar, the Gardens of Babylon is a 2 to 4 player drafting and tile placement game. You are competing to become the royal gardener by planting magnificent gardens in the harsh desert. The board is comprised of modular terrain tiles which are placed randomly in a connected pattern. A gem token is placed on each rock space and a fountain is randomly placed on each fountain space. The gems vary in their rarity, with purple being the most common, then red and white being the rarest. Equally, a white fountain scores more points than a red fountain and in turn scores more points than a purple. Randomly distribute the 6 cups on the carpet board and on each cup place a stack of vegetation tiles face down, the number of which is based on the player count. The starting vegetation tiles are then placed on top of these piles face up. The deck of tree cards should be shuffled and placed face down, with 5 cards drawn and placed face up with a tree token on each. These are the trees available to grow. Each player takes a player board at random along with 2 assistants, placing the other 2 assistants on the carpet board to be retrieved later. Make sure one of the player boards is marked with the first player symbol. All other players take 1 purple gem and you are ready to play Ishtar. There are some important terms in Ishtar which need to be explained. A vegetation tile consists of grass spaces and flower spaces. A garden is a connecting group of vegetation tiles and includes grass spaces, flower spaces and trees. A flower bed is a connected group of flower spaces. A blooming token can be placed on a grass space to turn it into a flower space. Players take turn in clockwise order until the game end condition is met. On their turn, each player performs the following actions in order. Choose a vegetation tile, place the vegetation tile, collect gems if available, take a special action if applicable, and finally plant a tree if you choose to do so and you can afford to. Let's take a look at those actions in detail. On your turn, you move the watering can marker clockwise to the next vegetation tile pile. You can choose to take the top tile for free or pay gems to move the watering can to the pile of your choice, at a cost of 1 gem per pile you move to clockwise around the carpet board. Once you've taken a tile, you reveal the top tile from the pile from which you move the watering can by placing it face up on the pile. To place a vegetation tile on the terrain board, you must first follow some placement rules. The tile must be adjacent to a fountain or vegetation tile placed previously, and it cannot cover a fountain, sacred tablet, or any other tiles. The tile must not connect 2 different gardens or cause more than 1 assistant to be on the same flower bed. Then you may collect any gems from the terrain board that the newly placed vegetation tile covers. Some vegetation tiles have 1 of 3 possible icons on them depicting special actions. If the tile you placed has one of these icons, you may choose to take the special action. The assistant icon allows you to immediately place one of your available assistants on the assistant icon on that tile, giving you control of that flower bed. But remember, there can only be 1 assistant per flower bed. The skill icon lets you unlock one of the skills on your player board by paying any 2 gems to cover that skill. Each skill can only be used once, and you must complete the skill on the bottom level before you can unlock the top level skill in that column. The wild icon can be used as either an assistant icon or a skill icon. Finally, you may plant a tree by choosing from one of the 5 available and paying its cost in gems. The tree token should then be placed on any available grass space in the garden. Keep the tree card face down in front of you to score its points at the end of the game. Reveal another tree card to replace the one taken from the supply, and your turn is over. Play continues clockwise until 2 piles of vegetation tiles are depleted on the carpet board. Players get one more turn up to the first player, and then it's on to scoring. You will score points based on the following: planting trees, add up all the tree cards in front of you. Score 1 point for every flower in the flower beds that your assistant controls. You'll score points for every fountain that you control, and to control a fountain, you must control the most flower spaces in a garden connected to that fountain. Lastly, you score points for any unlocked skills on your player board. The various skills available on your player board can help you score points and achieve various strategies in the game. The bottom row of skills allows you to trade 2 gems for 2 different games, place blooming tokens onto any free grass space, retrieve assistants from the carpet board, and reserve tree cards or vegetation tiles. The upper row of skills, once unlocked, will score you points at the end of the game. You can score points for any unused assistants and gems, as well as trees or sacred tablets adjacent to flower beds that you control. I really enjoyed my time playing Ishtar. It's a light game with a surprising level of depth. Each time we played the game, a different strategy won. Whether it was unlocking all the skills on our player board, planting the biggest and most valuable trees, or having the biggest flower beds with the most flowers in, or a combination of all these things. The game also works well at different player counts from 2 to 4 players, but it did change somewhat when going from a 2-player game into a 3 or 4-player game. In a 2-player game, you have a little more room. You can go about your gardening without really interfering in anyone else's garden. They do get a little bit in the way, but you feel like you have enough space to do what you want and not interfere with anyone else if you don't want to. At 3 or 4 players, it started to get a little bit more cramped, and you really felt that competing edge of trying to get the space, trying to get control of those fountains, stealing flower beds that hadn't been claimed previously. Both of these things are really enjoyable, and I would happily play this game at any player count, whether it be 2-player or 3 or 4-player. As previously mentioned, I have been playing a prototype of this game, so some of the components and artwork is incomplete. But the artwork and components that are complete are wonderful, and I'm especially in love with the tree illustrations. The art is beautiful and done by the same artist that did Dice Forge and loads of other IELLO games. This stunning art, mixed with the high production quality that you can come to expect from IELLO, makes Ishtar a game that I can't wait to play in its finished form. Hopefully this has given you a good overview of the game, which is due for release at Essen Spiel 2019. I just want to say a huge thank you to IELLO for allowing me the opportunity to play and preview this game, and thank you all for watching. If you like this preview and want to see more previews or reviews on this channel, please like this video, subscribe and hit the bell notification. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.